sometime during 1999, after Noggin was launched, Nickelodeon had a new show on their program called Appy. It sounds like some nursery rhyme that a babysitter would sing, but it wasn't. It was a short show, 10 minutes, and was normally played with duets, making it 20 minutes, including commercials. A month after it premiered, it was pulled off the air, and all copies were destroyed. Well, in the Nick archives, they were. Some VHS copies survived, but what was really rare was an intact DVD copy of any episode. When I did some spring cleaning recently, okay, winter cleaning, but who cares, I found old 1999 DVDs with Sharpie on them. They read HA 1 to 10. I did some research, if you know what I mean, and found out that those are the initials for Appy. In the comments, they said that there are no DVD copies around, which is false. So I decided to put them into the disk drive, praying for them to work. Well, they did, and they instantly cut to the intro. By the way, I really haven't described the show, haven't I? There is this giant clay apple with hands and feet. He helped children when they got hurt. But as the show progressed, it just got creepier. Like, death stare and evil smile creepier. By the 8th episode, he wasn't even a clay model. He looked like CG, but wasn't. A very good animation. Also, I must mention that each mini-sode is split up into 2 5-minute acts. There are 20 acts in total. The intro song had the same tune as the Silver Shamrock commercial from Season of the Witch. It went something like this. Happy app, said 3 times. He helps kids all day. Anyway, enough with that. Let's describe the actual show's episodes. Episodes 1 and 2 were called Happy's Vacation and Her Happy, respectively. Happy's Vacation was exactly what you thought, Happy going on vacation and helping injured kids. Her Happy was Happy getting hurt and the kids helping him. In both acts, nothing seemed out of place when I first saw it, but when I saw it a second time, it looked very odd. While Happy was driving his van in Happy's Vacation, some frames were skipped. I ignored it, saying that it could be a scratched DVD. But when I checked it, it wasn't scratched. Probably the animation. Also, I noticed some out-of-place objects in Her Happy. In Happy's van, there was what looked like the Order of the Hope poster. Also, the radio plays Hot and Cold, which was made in 2008. But I thought those were just coincidence. No. Episodes 3 and 4 were stranger. One moment that shocked me was the boo-boo scene. Happy aids a child that has a bruise on his knee. He looks to the camera, death stare on face, and says, "What do you need for this boo-boo?" For 30 seconds, he stared at the camera, motionless. Finally, he spoke. "That's right. A Band-Aid." Why did he need that long to speak? I don't know. The intros were cut out, and the main episodes were missing a few scenes. Episode 3, 512, is when he does the first death stare/evil smile. For 30 seconds. It was somewhat eerie. Also, the OOP objects were getting more noticeable. One of the adults was Tommy Wiseau, but a lot more better looking. I wondered, could Appy have mutilated Tommy? I watched episode 5. This episode was very violent. Episode 5 had Appy doing his trademark death stare for half the show. Afterwards, he helped 2 children. The first one he took out of sight behind a bush. Blood is seen from the bush and screams are heard. The other kid waits for Appy, and he's seen emerging from the back of her, then it skips frames. Next thing I see is a blood trail leading to another bush and Appy doing that damn smile. Episode 6 showed Appy doing a death stare, but it was hardly viewable. Then it went static for the rest of the show. I couldn't believe it. I moved on to episodes 7 and 8. This time, the episodes were so violent, so badly made that they couldn't have been aired on Nick. Episode 7 had Appy take a kid into his van. Flesh cutting could be heard, and so could blood splatters and screams. Then he emerged, doing a death stare from 9:21 to the end of the show, or 10 minutes. Like I said, it had him be a CG-ish monster. But this was so coincidental, I couldn't believe Nick would even allow it. It starts out with Appy going around the playground, acting off. How off? He was walking like he just murdered someone and had that damn smile on his face. He heals a kid, but as he does it, blood splattered on his face. Behind him was smoke, and he turned around. Two Towers, 1999, folks, were burning up, with people falling off, including Tommy Wiseau, who was on fire. He fell to the ground, and his face was burned up. When the kid asked, Appy, what are the towers doing? Appy turned to the photo in the top right-hand corner and said these three lines. That's natural, kids. I jumped out of my seat. Was Appy a death bringer of some sort? Or was he a master predictor? I had to continue. Episodes 9 and 10 were up. Episode 9 was corrupted. It started up, but the whole thing had no audio, and the first part was so messed up that it was hardly viewable. The next part was just plain static for the rest of the video. Great, 2 missing episodes, I thought. 10 wasn't. It started with some weird, offbeat carnival music. It started with Appy still looking like what he did in episode 8. But this time, as the episode went on, his CG-ish model looked worse and worse. Like, injury worse. He was in his van, driving against the road that looped on and on. Eventually, he reached the playground. Many children were at play. Appy looked like he was ready to kill all of them. Then, he said, hey kids, who wants to see Appy do a magic trick? The kids cheered and ran into his van. He then closed the door and drove off. After that, he came back, smiling like he just killed them all. I couldn't take it no more. For some reason, Appy was making me feel nauseous. I skipped to the end. Appy was holding a knife, covered with blood. The camera shot down where there was a table. A hand with cut marks was visible. Then, it cut to a blank screen with white text. If you get these DVDs, I copied Appy over to them. I wanted to preserve this so that they weren't lost and damaged. Now you might wonder, how did Nick allow all 10 episodes, or 7? I don't know. They just did, that's what. If you want to know more, see me. KC. KC? Was that my friend, Kevin Costo? Well, he did say that he worked with Nick until the end of the millennium. I decided to visit his house. When I entered, Kevin wasn't home. His wife was sitting, crying. I asked her what happened to Kevin. She replied with something that shocked me. That damn Apple took him to a place. I don't know where. Take this picture. I took a picture of Appy during the natural scene. He looked badly scarred. Before I left, I asked her how did it get on Nick. He drugged the producers. He was going to. That was enough. I couldn't bear to take it anymore. I left the house and drove off. When I got out and looked at the picture, I heard a gunshot and screams. I looked at the picture again. This time, Appy wasn't in the photo. And I swear I just saw Kevin Costo in the bushes. Hey, I wanted to know if anyone has any Appy videos. If you do, send me the link to one. What happened to mine, you ask? Well, I found them in pieces, and I found a note saying, no more evidence now, huh?